Yo. Hold on. Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again Pubcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. Tonight, the 87th edition of the Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. And tonight, it's going to be another great one. Ray strolling in a little late here, throwing things off in the last minute. Told him to get here at 7:30, but the whole thing, Niners game. We're going to talk a little Thursday night football and whatnot. My brother, I might have a surprise. Might have one of my half gay brother that I speak about, man. He might call in the podcast here. I got to send him the link. Sorry for the few minutes late edition. Also, we'll address maybe if you caught the late off the cuff show I did a few nights ago. That was interesting. Talk about the week in review and just break things down, man. Here to have a good time. All is well in the Harris household. Nonetheless, just had a wonderful dinner and everything prepared for me and everything. Shout out to my lady. And a little always a little bounce, wow, this and that. But the most important part is that you see everything real time, and I just really get across how I'm feeling in the moment. Now, before we get Brother Ray here on the line, let me just take a time to say Gubba Rum. Visit gubbarum.com today to check out their lineup: an infused coconut and an infused vanilla. I'll get you out here one second. I got you. And now also, man, I was going through Winco today. Where'd I go? I go to Winco. I went to a little grocery shop and everything. And I'm like, what am I going to drink tonight? Now, I started craving off tequila, margaritas, this and that. And then it switched to a White Russian. So I bought some heavy whipping cream. And I was going to go vodka. Now, Gubba Rum is where it's at. But we got a little El Jimador. Nothing crazy. 18 for the fifth there. And I would like to prepare a little michelada if I could. I have the beer mug with the tahine rim. And did you get your do a test?
Test.
On the line.
Sounds good.
All right.
That's good, y'all.
What's going on? We got the beer mug. Now, I know some people are still getting in from the football game there, man. But we expect to have a great show. And I actually got to go in here. I got to put this on Podbean. Still have to send a link in Facebook.
Yes, you're seeing the work in progress right here. This is what makes Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. What it is because you see the preparation, talk about the progress, the journey, the day-to-day.
Yeah. All the behind the scenes, man.
Yeah.
I spent the most of my week mornings now go to WDJY FM. Salute to them. Saturday night and Sunday night, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. You can listen to the Harrises over there, man. 2 hours, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. I have to do a lot of editing for that now. Just
how's that going?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a whole nother process. And then I'm communicating back and forth with the producer and the the client services lady from Hype Media Global and stuff. And,
Right.
you know, it's interesting, man. It's like a weird, it's a cool little journey. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is one thing of this, and then what's next? What else is out there?
Right.
Yeah, it's fun.
See, that's what makes it so interesting because you're finding a new. Would you say a niche, or it's more of a? It's a new learned thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's something that, of course, someone else knows. Of course, and why would you do it if but it's something that you love to do, and it's a skill set that you're learning.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If anything, I started out pretty serious with this thing. You know, even like with the time and everything, it's like ultimately I want a very professional production out of this. You know, like,
Well, it's progressing into that, I believe. I think because of the growth,
5.
progression is interesting because we think of progress as like, oh yeah, we're getting to the top, and there's really no top. You just keep going, and then you just get used to it. It always becomes a lifestyle, and from there, it just there's always some type of the fruit that comes out of it through like consistency or something. You know, I mean, you and your editing and you know your podcasting, and perhaps me with my with my daily regimen, because I really, at my age now, I gotta focus on my health. So I gotta watch everything because folks, it's painful to grow old. That's it. It's painful to grow old. I can't really say anything more than that. It's just part of it. But it's how you handle the pain. It's how you react to pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically what it is. It's if you get older and you can handle the pain, then that's great. Me, I'm a big baby.
What?
I am, man. It's like, oh, I don't like that, so I don't.
Everything good with the grill and everything. We good. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have this cool little new scar up there. Shit, it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
When you was your first, what was your first remembrance of like physical pain that you could kind of remember? Whether it was a scar or something, but like when you were just like, holy shit, like this is some other stuff.
I think, and this is gonna that time I was trying to climb a tree, and I slipped, and there was a nail head, and it clipped me right on my right, like by my knee.
Ooh.
And I saw that thing just in my, it was gnarly, and I felt the pain, dude. And that was the first time I've ever felt it. And then, of course, many bike falls.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got stitches on my chin when I was like maybe 6.
But you know what's funny? Like with the cuts, I had cuts too. But the stitches, it doesn't really hurt. If you think about it, the one that hurt is
I was scared getting them pulled out.
Getting pulled out. Yeah.
I remember I had to go back.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Yeah, you got stitches and you were jumping." And
yeah, I think for me, a lot of my wounds, it's crazy, man. I really lived a very rogue life. I didn't really get stitches till later on in life. Other than that, let the thing just heal.
I've never had a broken bone, like actual broken bone.
Oh, I had my clavicle.
Yeah,
clavicle. I broke my clavicle.
That's kind of interesting for me.
Yeah, that was that's my left clavicle. It really changed. When
I was in the 8th grade, I still know his name, is fat ass Oh, hold on. Here we go. We got some action. I'm gonna have to get this roach spray. We got a little ant problem going over here in the Hyder Pub. There's this fat ass Luis Batista. We were like wrestling in my room, and then I got him like in the headlock or something, and I remember like falling back on the bed, and his fat ass like fell on my forearm and like
Oh,
bent
that would hurt.
and thought it was broken. I guess it was a severe
Fracture?
strain or sprain, like a severe.
Because I fractured both my ankles to where it's black and blue. Did it get that way?
I showed up in the next day.
Man, your ass is a baby, dude. Fucking
I showed up
pussy.
the
Yeah,
next day with a fucking cast, bro. Hell no.
I'm talking like black and blue. Like I had my ankle like that,
Oh
dog.
man. First of all, you want to talk about black and blue? How about having to ride 2.5 hours to the hospital in the middle of the winter, and I had to deal with that pain.
Oh
Yeah, how about
let
that?
your ass live?
This isn't like
Yeah.
just right up the street, here in the city.
Wait, hold on.
I had to wait for my mom's to like come home.
No, but you didn't break no bones, right? No, the reason why, because when you break your bones, it's like when you jiggle. Oh, it hurts, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking hurts.
No,
dude.
this was worse, man. This fact is fucking pushed my shit.
But there
all
wasn't.
the
It
way
wasn't
back.
black and blue or nothing like that.
Oh yeah, swollen. It was all
swollen.
fucked up.
Oh, it was black and blue.
I couldn't move it.
Oh, because it's fractured. That's right. Because what happened when you bend your I guess how old were you?
8th grade. 13,
What's 8th grade? 13? 13? Yeah, that can happen.
some shit.
Boom. Yeah.
13, 14.
Yeah. My son Dylan broke his arm at the age of I think 8?
Bro, fell back on me. So I literally remember that pain still. Whatever the hell that shit was.
Yeah.
And then having to ride there like fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
If you're that of a baby at that age, dude, wait till you're my age. Man.
No, I was a tough kid then still, but
I was like, it was just recently. I remember I fainted and I didn't even know it, and that's what cracked my tooth right here.
Yeah,
That's some rough stuff, man. Gosh,
that's some. I don't know what that is. See,
but
just
you know
faint.
what? But I'm here.
That's that blood thinner shit or some shit. Like,
But I'm here. You know what's what happened? Big deal. I'm here. I'm at the Harris is Drinking Again podcast. Because you know what? Because man, put some beat on, man. Because you know what? After this talk right here, I'm getting pumped up, man. Because you know why? Because it's all a matter of just life is like a boxing match. If you're a boxer, expect to get hit. Expect to get hit. Expect to fight hurt.
yeah.
Fought and they can't see nothing on their left side of their eye, but because they love the game so much and that's what they know.
Yeah. Well, I take pain incredibly well. For the most part, all injuries that I have sustained, man, I even got a bottle broke over my head, man. And
Oh, okay, that must have hurt. Yeah.
well, no, not really.
Really?
And this shit is not like the movie.
No, because they make those out of like sugar bottles. I mean, sugar glass or something. That
Corona, hey, almost in the same spot, like Corona bottle
like it cracked in your head.
cracked.
Good
Shit.
thing he didn't hit. He probably hit you with the. Yeah. Wow.
I remember because he was drinking like this and shit, and he almost did like so. you know.
Man,
started
and he
squaring
hit you
off,
with a
man.
Corona bottle, man.
A Corona
Dude,
bottle, man.
I
Yeah.
bet you that dude afterwards. I don't care who you are. You'll feel sorry that you did that to somebody, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
But-
yeah, right, he deserved it. But after a while, you'd be like,
Yeah.
when you're by yourself, you're like, damn, dude, I hit somebody over
could've
the
killed
head
him.
with a Corona bottle, dude.
Or I
That's
could have been
that's
blind or something.
or something, yeah.
I was leaking a little bit, and that was a story we told on this channel, man. And
Yeah.
I didn't fall down or nothing. I got saved, and I refused medical attention and everything at the place because the police eventually came, and we continued to party.
Were you? Were you cut? Was it cut or was
Yeah.
it? You was it a deep cut? Do you have stitches or you just?
No,
Oh, so it's
no.
like a maybe little
And
skin.
it was a big ass fucking lump though. Like in the next morning, you could see my shit like
Oh, you got a lump when you
big
yeah.
ass lump. Cut
That
right
happened to
here.
me when I got what do you call it at the bowling alley. This dude freaking swung on me and hit me square in the face. Boom.
1 second here.
Yes. You know, all of us once upon a time has been hit over the head or in the face with something, with a fist or something. So, I shout out to those that've been through that.
Yeah, yeah. If you ain't, I haven't lived pretty. I lived enough of the rough life as far as just being a fucking boy,
Yeah.
getting in the fights, getting in the trouble, doing stupid shit. Because my white side, I take the BMX bike, and we used to literally like do front flips over these little dirt mounds, and then I remember in the Buena Vistas and Wendover again. Also, we would literally ride down from the top, and with barely hitting the brakes, like we would see who could hit the curb like the fastest without the brakes, and we would just flip over the handlebars on the concrete like over and over again, doing little.
You guys did that? Like some jackass shit?
Oh yeah, that was like total jackass era. Check this. I would do all that shit. All right, look at this here.
What
We
is
got
that?
a little Michelada style. So this right here, one of the best Bloody Mary mixes that I have found. It's this Master of Mixes Anthony Lamas 5-pepper Bloody Mary. Give me that weird look. 99% juice, right? So you're getting health, you're getting your everything up in there, man. This is one of the best. I don't know, Ray. Maybe he might want a Virgin Bloody Mary, or something like that.
No, I think it's one of you, what's good, what you got in there. You got the, yeah. And then what do you mix with it?
Well, I was craving a Bloody Maria, but we're just doing a Corona.
Corona on that.
I already squeezed the fresh lime juice in there, And yes, this is an A&W root beer mug. And you just simply put your beer. If I was gonna get crazy, I'd put some olives.
Are you supposed to mix it or just leave it like that?
Some celery. Well, yeah, you can mix it if you have a.
Why don't you mix it while we get some steroid?
No, it's fine because I like the heavy tomato taste. But yeah, it's generally, like I was saying, you'd put a celery stick, some bacon, an olive, a skewer of assortments in there, and then you would, stir. But when you're a fucking savage, you just drink.
Let me taste this.
With that tahini salt.
Let me taste it. Turn me into an alcoholic.
Oh, this is a first time in the.
I am so weak.
Wow.
I think you should stir it, dude. I mean, that stuff is like.
Because you just got the beer portion on top. And I know it's my drink. I want to see how it is. God damn! Don't you just hate when you should stir? No, if I want to stir, I would stir. I didn't think about it that fucking completely, and the fact that once it gets down to the bottom, it's all gonna settle, and I'm gonna pour more fucking beer on top, and the whole thing is gonna get drank.
That's wonderful.
I might take my dirty ass finger and then just fucking. You could,
dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, who cares? It's your finger. You're the one that's gonna drink from it.
Yeah.
Oh, boom. There you go.
I have known you to be kind of bougie though. Like when we go out and stuff, like,
yeah,
you.
Why not?
Cause, man.
Why not? Right? I mean, it's okay to be a little bougie from time to time.
I don't know. Every time I want to be bougie, I never get my way at a diner.
Oh, really?
Like it. God damn.
I know. I never understand that. What is the point? Like trying to rev your motor. Like, for what? Never mind. I'm not. Let's not go there. Okay.
Yeah. It's not hot August nights anymore, motherfuckers.
I know. We're Harris drinking again. Podcast, y'all.
You know what I hate is those, just those also really small cars.
Oh yeah, like the rice rockets. Yeah, yeah,
Is what are kids inspired by the Fast and the Furious sort of thing
Yeah.
as well?
Because it's whoever can, and that's a hobby. That's part of that's fine. I got nothing against it. I just, I guess for me, I've been lately. I like quiet. I like just quiet.
I like quiet too. Yeah,
Like just silence for a minute. Just
silence, man.
because there's enough noise, music, whatever in our heads.
I can still hear that shit in the headphones. That's horrible. Turn some music up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's feel it. Let's get vibe into it. Oh, I just made. Did you just hear that?
Vibe into it.
Let's get vibe into it. Oh, that's what I do. Make up words. Words that define words. Gee.
Oh, I forgot my mini Tabasco to throw in to my Bloody Maria.
Bloody Maria.
There's a lot of shit popping though when we get to the Nevada news segment, man.
Oh, there's always something interesting happening in Nevada.
Man, okay, first of all, I gotta reach out to my bro, man, get his email and shit.
There's something interesting that pops off in Nevada. This state's amazing.
What is your email? And then, like, my bro don't even know. Like, he ain't even ready. Yo, my bro's gonna come on. What we're gonna do if this dude come on, we're gonna do an official one tomorrow evening. Stay tuned for that. But this is some shit. Like, you're gonna basically get. I already did an hour and 15-minute podcast with them, and complete, real, raw, and uncut. Half brother, just insane stories. Didn't grow up with each other. Oh, see, then he's gonna say, "As I'm in bed already." Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna
See, they ain't talking about as I'm in bed. I said, 8 o'clock. That means you do this, I do it. He drive trucks and shit. So you got to be all responsible. Oh, I can't.
No, I'm good.
I can't sleep. Hold on. Where these fuckers are coming from, but
Man, I think that chemical is more dangerous than ants, dude. You gotta put some kind of like natural stuff on there. Something that's gonna like.
I did apple cider vinegar. I got apple cider vinegar in this, and I've done white vinegar.
And none of them work.
I've done all that shit. I look to the natural first, but
no,
that shit was freezes these motherfuckers. She was like,
oh, okay. See, they always make it better.
as soon as, talk about on contact, yeah. Oof, you get high on that shit. But like, as soon as I even started shaking the can, it was just like.
I apologize. You know what? I think what it is that last weekend, by the way, y'all, G guys, it's now certified MedTech certified. I did not know that, to be able to serve people their medicine, and some of them because you got to be able to be who this? what we do.
Okay, shit. Yep, quick one, check email. We got to get him on just for 5 minutes. Hey, check this out though. He's going to come on, and then they're lagging. We're lagging. He'll come on, and then it'll be longer than 5 because you can never escape the pub for that long.
The pub is open tonight.
I'm gonna send it to Fatty Phil as well later on. I already got his email. It's crazy. All right. Thank you, Boo, for letting know that there's a little lag or what have you. All right. Roll that in a little bit. Finish that little pre. And, yeah. All right. Shout out to Tick. Got Tick up in the building.
Tick.
Things move a little slower over here on the pond bean side. Tick, salute, man. Going over here. All right. So I put in the title as well. Right? What did I put in the title for this show?
Oh, Chewy. Yeah.
It was
This was 80 episode
87.
87.
Yeah.
87. What was going on in 1987?
I was born. And of course, the whole 187, Abercrombie and what is it, Aeropostale 87. A lot of companies and brands use 1987 or 87 as a number.
Right.
What is the symbolicness of like 87 or something, no?
Every time you go back in history and the ending is 7. Like 2007 is the year I left Reno to go to Hawaii. 2017. Okay. 2017. My son graduated from high school down there. And the reason I say that because I thought that dude wasn't going to graduate at all. Oh, I had a rough with Dylan. He's in high school, nothing. And I'm like, man, I got one of them Bullock Bulls. Fuck. But you know what? He turned out all right. Because what I learned now, not everybody's going to be into school. My daughter is into school. I mean, she's straight A 4.0 and all that stuff.
Okay.
But Dylan has a different perspective because he's always been on that end. Like, I know I wasn't good in school and I'm the second brother and this and that. I always played second fiddle. And he's watched a lot of stuff and he's seen a lot of stuff that people make mistake of. And so what he understands now is that he just needs to shift his mindset. It's all how your perception of things.
Yeah, I was thinking about that a few days ago. Kind of talking with the gentleman and we were talking about our kids and like where we were, the whole thing. And I was like, yeah, when I was about 18, generally I had the little epiphany thing. And probably about 22, which was 2009, was like a real pivotal year.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe again in 27, 8, my son was born. And I feel like I'm going through like one kind of now. Just
Right. It's called that's almost like you go through phases, right? So it's like a chat. So it's
uh-oh.
who joined?
All right. ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this is going to be a clippy clip. All right, let me hold on just for to say I even got to mute Brother Ray's mic and bring on. So this, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been a part of this show and you ever heard me talk about my half gay brother or any of the sense, man, this gentleman right here, Mr. Trey Thompson, aka Purdue Gray, aka the damn. Let's get into it. Oh shit! Coming to the stage with the creeper chomo cop looking mustache truck style. All right. Make sure your mic is not muted. I have to get this right for tomorrow as well. Look at how horrible that stash looks. Oh God, it's even worse than the show, brother.
Mic check.
Hold on.
Mic
Say
check.
something.
Mic check.
Hold on.
Check.
All right. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2.
Mic check. 1 2. You got me.
Yes, I do. Salute. Michelada.
Bro, stop hating on my stash. I know somebody like it.
I know. You be tickling the booty hole and shit.
Man.
Hey, brother. So look, man, we just
What's up, brother?
welcome to Harris's Drinking Again. So,
Well, thanks for having me on.
you know, this is my brother. This is Brother Ray G, a co-host, an in-and-out co-host of the show.
What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
You know,
Nice to meet you.
and I've known him for
Nice to meet you too.
a long time. We're just talking about this shit, man, and he knows a little bit over the years. This is my brother, half brother. I say the half gay, you know, because we always rag on each other and shit. He's not gay, ladies and gentlemen. Haha, surprise. He's joined, you know. Nah, but this is almost a trip because I'm at a crossroads of just completely geeking out, you know, just talking with you, and at the same time, it's a very personal. Well, tomorrow night when you come back on for real,
Yeah, for sure.
it'll be a complete different inside look because we're at different places in our life now. But the times that we shared, you know, the wild, crazy, and also some of the spiritual, the just the overall comedic times, you know.
Yep.
But for the rundown, we share the same blood mother. You know, this is
That's a bond right there.
you know, and then I've maybe told you of Chance and Channing, but you know, he's old, he doesn't pick it all up. A lot of the viewers don't. But yeah, so this is him. This is one of my third of kin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 4 quarters. And
Well, see, when I explain it, all I say is this is my brother. I don't go into the genealogy and shit.
I know.
So this is my brother.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get technical just for the moment, and
The technical's good.
because you gotta let motherfuckers know. Because I got a lot of brothers. Not a lot. I got you, Brother Ray. Well, you and Chase, real brothers. Then the LTB, which is 4, 6. I got 6 brothers, 7 brothers.
Wow, really? 7 brothers, huh?
Well, 5, 8.
So 7 plus you, so 8 altogether. And how many sisters do you have?
Well, Well, I guess just one, huh?
One sister.
you,
But
you can only
yeah,
you can only have one.
yeah.
No, man, no. Is the sister? Is she the youngest? Is she the youngest, or she's in the middle, and then another brother? Or,
She's I'm the youngest, so she's
oh, you're
above
the
me.
youngest.
But the reason why, yeah, I'm the youngest. So the reason why you can only have one sister is because men and women are different.
Right. No, you're right.
Men cannot have women friends.
It's tough,
Yeah,
man.
it don't work. I mean, there's always. I don't care who says it could work.
There's always a
Uh,
potential we gonna fuck.
yes, it's all
Yeah,
there.
and
There you
she
go.
gonna
There's
wanna
always the
fuck you, and you
potential.
gonna fuck her. Now, I could completely understand that.
Yep. But
Yeah.
hey, we can have as many brothers as we want, though.
Yeah, exactly. No, we can have as many brothers. Women is a little dangerous. Either you guys are having something. I mean, it may not be like all the time or whatever.
Right. The thought's there, though. That's the thing. The thought's
No,
there.
but yeah,
Ain't that a bitch though? Like
that's just how it is, though. But
you
see,
really
that's you know what? Okay, all right. Can we get in this topic for a little bit? Because you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Trey.
Trey.
AKA truck stop.
Trucks out. Trey, and I'm Ray. Okay, that's
Ray.
easy.
Okay.
That's it. And you're Trey. Okay.
Trevon.
Trevon. Trayvon. Okay.
Hey.
Hey, okay. Hey man. Hey man, I'm digging the mustache though, man. I don't care what he say.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey,
Yeah.
if I was governed by the thoughts of other men, I wouldn't be a man myself. Yeah,
Mm.
let
Hit it.
that sink in.
Hit him with that one more time.
No, really, what it is that us men, if you
Got
think
the
about it,
sound.
right? Okay, so I think that men there is everybody's a different kind of general, you know? Everybody's a different kind of general. But as men, we inspire other men. And as men, the one that really puts us kind of like, if it's another man, we listen to him. Yeah, the woman, she'll always say something either negative, but she'll be true. She'll be honest with you in her own way. It's up to you to understand it, I guess. And if you can handle that, then more power to you. But
Yeah, for sure.
but the power with men is that as much as you have brother friends or your brothers, right, to support you, who's like cheering you on, I got your back, bro. One of the soldiers. There's certain power that a woman has over a man that makes him be like just more. And the reason why I know that is, I've been there.
I think
I've
a
been there
woman
for a
has the
while.
power to make or break a
Yes,
man. She
you
can
are
either build him
100%
up
correct.
or tear him down. And I mean, we could even go back to the beginning, in the garden. Who made who broke the man first? I mean, Adam was good in the garden, everything was good, and she made a decision to step outside of her authority. So I mean,
If you look at that story, if you just look at that story, and that particular story can happen to any situation, it's temptation, right? And it's like she probably was like, oh, this motherfucker again. And all of a sudden she found this, back then it's like all the animals loving you. Ain't nobody trying to bite them. Ain't nobody trying to eat them.
yep.
You probably like lion just come to, hey lion, this and that. Okay, you stink. Okay, go. Like that. I bet you didn't. No. If you look at that kind, I've been thinking about that kind of stuff though. You're thinking about how it was, and then here it is, one creature come over there saying words of stuff that she speaks. You're like, oh, you talk? Ooh. What you gotta tell me? And that's why, and the dude's smooth talker, like, bitch. Like, you just don't even know, man. All you gotta do is eat that on a tree,
Yep.
and you just see.
See,
And that's
that's
how
like the
every
modern
addiction
day.
is.
That's the modern day. A chick's with her man or whatever, and she's making the decision that her man's not good enough, and she sees another man with like something flashier, and she thinks that if she goes to him, that that man's gonna give her what her current man isn't giving her, and that's the whole dichotomy of the Garden of the Eden. Like she's like, damn, this I got all this over here, but let me
Right,
get this
right.
fruit
Let
right
me
here.
explore the other side. Yeah, let me explore the other side. Like, yeah, let me explore the
Hey,
other side.
I'm glad I'm married. That's all I gotta say. I look at like women nowadays and like and just like the treachery,
No,
the the conniving, bro. Like I'm glad I'm married, man. Like I'm out of the
I'm going through a divorce right now, and it's
gotcha.
well, you know what? It's not a bad thing. It basically we've been together all together. Okay, we've been married 27 years. I've known her 11 years before I got married, so I've known my wife Angela like 38 years total.
Mm,
And like us separating, it's like at that point where we got three kids. They grew up good, everything. You get to that point, hey, you know what? I'm going this way, and you want to go that way, and obviously you're not go part, depart. Everything's good, and she knows that the next step is going to be like, hey, one of the kids, if they have grandkids, how we going to do this? I just want to make sure it's still a family. It's still through my blood. I still want them to respect their grandmother. I don't want no disrespect. That's really what it is. It's harmony. Now I may
yeah,
find
for
another
sure.
woman in my life, but I can't have no more kids. I'm fixed.
Yeah. And you know me, I'm over here. I'm anti-marriage with it. I'll never get on my knees and well, bitch. Uh, no, but I've been with mine for 9, and I even look at it now. I'm like, there might be a potential to have a second family, or whatever, or a second, shot at things. Then I look at it from the other side too. I don't know what it is. I think I could go get married outside the states. I really do.
Oh,
I
sure.
think I could have a ceremonial wedding, half
Absolutely.
borderline, you know,
Yeah, you can do
just
whatever you
rock
want.
under the
Yeah.
moon, full moon,
Yeah,
with
I
like
mean,
some
you know
rocks
what?
and incense.
And the thing is that in the marriage, and I went through all that.
I
In
don't,
fact,
I don't want to get the U.S. marriage thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit, we got married right there in Vegas, man. I mean, looking back at it now, I mean, we did what we could do at the time, you know. But looking back at it now, I mean, by doing that type of thing, you rob the family of being able to see. But at the end of the day, it's not about you're not marrying mom and dad, you're marrying that woman. So I mean, if you're when I look at like U.S. weddings nowadays, bro, it's all for the gram. You got to get it on the gram. You got to get it on the Snapchat. You got to fill that timeline up with this fancy wedding and shit. I'm not for it. So I think if you can go outside the U.S. and get on the beach at Cabo, with the wind blowing between your nutsack, and you just, I mean,
right, right,
that's the way to do it, dude. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
right. How many kids you got? You guys have?
I got one daughter.
Oh, one daughter. How old is your
One.
daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
She's almost 2 years old.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, precious
Yeah,
man. Oh
I know,
man,
I
she's
know.
almost two.
Almost two, bro.
Oh
Almost
man.
3 feet tall
If you
too.
don't mind me asking, how old are you, Trey?
I'm 31.
Good time to be a dad, brother. You know what? You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I
You're
mean,
gonna be
I'm
all right.
looking at it at you guys. I mean, I don't know. It's just you're going through something
I
major
did
in
it
your
in
life.
three.
Dakota's. Oh, okay. You got okay. All right.
I got three kids, man, and
Hey,
they grown.
I used to want 8 or 9, but after having one, I'm grateful to
And it's a
just have
girl.
one, dude.
Well,
Like
let me
I,
ask you. Let me ask you, Trey.
yeah, it's a girl. Yep.
Does she look like you? Does she look like you?
I have a hybrid. She is.
But you know the
She's
feature. You
she.
know the way you look at her. When you look at her, you're like, oh, she me. She don't.
When
I
I
mean,
no, no, not at all. Cause see, here's the thing. I'm black and white. My wife's
right.
white.
Okay.
So my daughter's a quarter black. She has blue eyes. My wife has green eyes.
Okay.
I got brown
Oh,
eyes. She has white skin.
okay.
So yeah, it's
Right. Right.
so when I look at her, I see my facial features, but
Right.
she looks like her mom, and then sometimes she looks like me. It just depends on the how hot the sun is that day. The melanin will start coming out. But when she was born, I was
What
like,
about the shape of her nose, the shape of her eye? Yeah. Like
well,
her. Does her cheekbones the same? I'm sure our eyes are like yours. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she
You
has
know,
my
it's like her nose.
cheekbones. She has my big bottom lip. When
Okay.
she was born, my initial reaction was, damn, she got an 850 credit score. That was like the that that's how white she was.
I only say that because my daughter, when she came out, man, my mom, my wife, they came second and third. She was number one, my daughter,
Yeah.
because she's my last one. She's the one, and I was like, so I understand, man. Fathers with daughters.
Oh, dude, I was worried.
God bless you.
I thought I wanted a son, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Like having a daughter's made me into like this whole part of a different man that I never like that I can't get with having a son. So with the daughter, I gotta be the man that sees modeled. I gotta be the model of a man that she's looking for in another man. So I gotta
And
be.
see that right there, that is the motivation of how a man learns to be more of a man.
Yes, it's all about conduct. She's watching, dude.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Cause I be thinking about this too. Like one day I'm gonna give my daughter away. One day I'm gonna give her away. Somebody's gonna have her name. Someone else gonna have her name. My name.
Be that good representation.
You know. And I want her
Yep.
to. And right now, okay, things not looking really good because my daughter ain't talked to me yet since I left Hawaii. You know, that's okay
Yeah.
though. You know, yeah. You know, she turned 21 in October, right? But she's my daughter, and you know, it's more than the love, dude. When you're a father and you have a daughter,
Hey, hey, this is real shit. You're better than me. And maybe if I do have a kid, I'm just like, nah, I could just have boys. But
I got two.
I truly feel that when I first had my, when I found out I was having a kid, like for some reason, if it would have been a girl, I'd be like, fuck it, let her mom raise her. Like I like being young and in that mind. That was my thought. Like I just knew I was gonna have a boy for sure. So
Right.
like I wasn't even tripping. I was just like, I know it.
Right.
I already knew his name and everything. But like, I don't know.
No, I knew the first
remember
one was
thinking-
gonna be a boy.
I remember thinking that though. But then I thought that fucked up thought. Damn, you're just gonna leave like another woman out here to get like fucked over by.
And it's something
So-
about a daughter, man, that you just
like
there's something about a daughter that you just
I don't think now I would do. Well, obviously now I wouldn't do that.
I
But-
think because a daughter, she's got a piece of you.
Yeah, but maybe that's my
Oh,
blessing. Like
man.
maybe I was meant to have my boy first to like
Yeah.
see how it
No,
is.
oh yeah,
To see
oh
how
yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
They'd be like, yeah, you ain't ready for no daughter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
no,
ju- I
no,
probably-
a daughter is no,
I
it's
probably would've left her.
yeah, No,
Well, see,
no. Look at
that's
me,
what
man.
that's
It took
what I'm
two
thinking. I
minutes.
wasn't ready for a son. I feel like I was ready for a daughter to get me ready for a son.
Yeah.
You know
Um,
what? That's interesting. Well, explain that to me. Like,
well,
yeah.
before I explain it, let me first say I was a dog. So
I
I
was
mean,
just, I was gonna say, I was literally gonna say, and I always say that some of the worst men will have girls, right? God curses them with God.
bro. I mean, the irony.
There's a couple of things that we literally cannot and will not
No,
speak on
can't
just
speak
because
on it.
it's like damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's yeah,
brutal,
those are
man.
for the vault.
Vault on the
Yeah.
top. Shit.
Um, I honestly, I'm still figuring out how it's preparing me for a son, and I
Well,
won't
you
know
know what?
until I have one.
Is
But
you said you were a dog, right? So that means
roof, roof, like,
that means there's a lot of hearts you hurt. You feel me? That's a lot you
um,
hurt.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that was
Then I guess I was a dog too.
the least thing that was hurting. But yeah, I mean, it was just mayhem out there in our.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
it is. You know, when you're young and you got like that, right? So yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, it's all fun and games, but when you try to get into a monogamous relationship and you grow up and stuff, those
Oh,
things are hard to get rid of. Those things are hard to, um, because those are your memories. And so I mean, it does do damage
mhm.
mentally, but yeah, I mean, straight up monogamy over here. But yeah,
Yeah. Hey man, I was monogamous.
what y'all sipping on over there?
Well, first and foremost, like I said, brother, we got this Gubba Gold. I'm always on that, man. But
Hmm.
I love the rum. Check out gubbarum.com.
Delayed.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
And I'm trying to get some beats going. We had to fire the DJ again because
That
motherfuckers
DJ.
think that they could just come and drink on the job. I'm like, no,
No.
only me, and
Please
Gubba
DJ.
Silver, but
Got you, got you.
uh, El Jimador, just because it was cheap, the gold, and it's not bad for mid-level tequila and Corona and Michelada. But Ray's not a drinker really. He's a very keeps his temple clean. Uh, drinks water, tea. How old would you say that this guy is? I don't know.
This guy. Well, I wish I can. I mean, definitely next time got to do this on a desktop because yeah, I'd be able to see a bigger picture. But you look. Oh, there you go. You look 30. No, I don't want to be that generous. You look,
That's super generous.
yeah. 40. Look 40.
Really? Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah, how old
56.
are? Oh, wow, dude. Dang.
Yeah, he's old shit. But yeah, but
1967.
it is cool because he's like one of those like little living testimonies, like we talk about discipline and shit like that, and not even shit like that. We talk about discipline and things like that you need to to attain to
I
get
know
to
it's
you know.
probably unprofessional to get up during a podcast, but I'm gonna get up during this podcast.
No, that's okay. Get up, man.
Yeah.
It's not a podcast. It's by the way, Trey. It's a pubcast. So in the pubcast, you be
Oh,
whatever.
pubcast. All right. Well, I'm the king around. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Represent truck stop. Yup. Yup.
Bro, no, if I can fit some movie quotes in, that's what I'm gonna do.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
There you go.
And keep in mind,
I mean, they're all gonna be from Friday.
yeah. And keep in mind too, this is only me and Trey's second time having a conversation, and I don't know. We'll just round it to 5 years. It probably hasn't
Yeah, I'd say
a good
I'd
5,
say 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5, which is, you know, That's a long time, but it's like there's always that thread of common energy, and that's really what I base other off. Like fuck all the whether you're blood or not and everything too, because it's like if you could just kind of you know, and even sometimes like I feel like you think about your brother, even with us the way we maneuver, it's like I think we just have that mental thing too. Whatever.
No, man, I truly believe in that. I truly believe that. Yeah, you guys, yeah.
And if however we leave is usually, I mean, for me, that's how it'll be when I see you again.
Yeah.
And it's just always like, it's crazy, man. That's kind of what I go off of.
Well, I mean, I just gotta give if I may, give props to my big brother.
Harry's drinking again.
Harris drinking again. I mean, if I had to talk to you in 3 to 5 years, I mean, this would definitely be the way. Like seeing you follow your dream and take a chance on stuff, especially in the industry when we're crowded by like streaming podcasts and stuff, and it's good to see you and it'll go, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and consistency. Tonight is the 87th week in a row. Hey, Mr. B,
Yeah.
87 weeks in a row, man. 104, going for that two-year mark.
You gotta respect that.
But it's within that's just what I commit to every night or every Thursday. But the shows on Sunday, the shows on Wednesday, catalog's crazy, and then kind of assess it honestly after there, right? I mean, like really assess it. Like, okay, damn, because there's like it's like money to keep this stuff going too, and is it worth it? Can I put in another 2 years? Let's say, can I put in another 87 episodes with the exact same, right? We hope it's better results. But to be realistic and also like, I mean, can I do it another 87 weeks with just the same or less results, right? Like
what
love it or
what's this platform is that what you tell on the show, what you went through the week before. And every single time we go, every week is a different week. That's what makes it interesting. And you're kind of like just talking about it. It's a pub. If you think about it, why do you go to a pub? Just to tell people about something that you want to tell somebody about. That, they want to do the same thing to you, so they'll listen to you. That's what a pub is.
I'm a prolific.
Harry's drinking again. That's what it is. It's just a place where you just want to express yourself, and someone else express themselves, and you're like, cool, man. Wish you the best.
Express yourself.
That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, try to coin something. We have to talk about this, brother to brother.
Oh yes,
because, dude. Now I don't remember talking to you about
the pavers. Yes.
What? The what? Pavers.
The pavers.
The pavers, yeah. Paving the way. So,
yes, sir.
So, when is your first conception of brother to brother? You remember, like around, 5 years ago, 28. Apparently, the brother to brother came about too in 2014. Does that sound correct or like,
dude? My
the timeline. It could
Uh,
even have been my original.
Alcohol's a hell of a drug.
Well,
um, 2014, bro. I can't even think back that far. Like, um, I wouldn't go back that far. I would say, yeah. I mean, no, I wouldn't say we were on podcast uh talk. I would say like 2017.
17, 18. That's what I thought too.
17, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. 2007, because that's right around the
I
time
down.
where that isn't that right around the time I base everything around Tech Nine albums. That's right around I think the Strictly Strange tour came to town, or what?
Yeah, Strictly Strange 2018. That shit was dope. Yeah. But yo, and I don't know if we came up with that name, but apparently Brother to Brother was conceived in 2014. And because one night on the podcast, we were going through old notebooks. And it shows right here, 2014, I dated it, Brother to Brother. And I listed like word for word the topics, like how I was gonna do it, like
Exactly what you're doing right now.
And it was a trip. And I had actually forgotten about that because I was like, no way. Because the first recollection was exactly what you said, me and you talking about it. It was like, well, even before the pandemic. Let's get into that a little bit.
Oh,
maybe,
well,
talk
yeah.
like some shit.
Well, actually, if you're talking about 2014,
I don't even.
Who was the president then? Okay, Obama was 08 to 12.
Yeah.
No, it was Obama. The president was Obama.
Yeah. But like,
yeah.
9 years ago.
2014, yeah. 2014, yeah.
I mean, I would have.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. Yeah, I mean, we should.
we
definitely got to get into it.
What's the trip was that what he wrote that you guys talked about was exactly what he's doing now with Harris is drinking again. And so,
yeah, and it was weird because like I use names like iHeart Radio, which they're still around. You can listen to the podcast. You can listen to the podcast on iHeart. But I think not even Livewire or something like that. Rhapsody. There was some terminology in there that like was for that time, and then even
let's progress into something better and more than now. Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think
when I just think of the whole thing,
like was big then too.
Like music, right? When I first came down to AZ, I was in my shit. I was in my rapper mode. I was ready to cap a motherfucker like these young kids too. Who knows? I was still a little bit more wise, honestly. You were the loose cannon. Okay, how about? Oh man, wait a minute, man. Wait, tomorrow night we can really get into it, dude. Like really,
yeah. It's you gotta get into it. I mean, I wish I could stay on longer, bro, but shit, I gotta keep this truck on the road.
I know.
Hey,
I want to even. Yeah.
Let's dive into it just a little bit, and then we'll chop it up.
Yeah. Okay. That's what they. And then an hour later, here we go. You have your warned on the How to Pub. I was gonna say, man, I was probably 22 or something then, but I remember still having a hint of wiseness when we're walking through the parking lot, you and Kenny and me and maybe someone else and stuff, and you were just being, for the lack of a better term, mad niggerish. Like you were being mad niggerish, bro. Like you guys were just yelling and banging on these motherfuckers. And we're just like, shirts off and shit, having my little wife beater and causing ruckus, right? And I remember you're like, yo, chill out, bro. Like, and even in public too, you guys were just loud, ghetto ass little kids, bro. Badass little Asians.
Bro. Come on now, freaking heathens.
Like, literally heathens, man. And I was like, the police, and sure enough, they come over, they see my fresh ink and the whole 775, and what's that? I'm just like, yo. And I was being mad at you guys, like, damn. Because I was a little young motherfucker.
And they want to impress you because you're the older one. And they want to represent like, shit, we ain't gonna get shit. We hoard. We hoard.
Yeah, not even to impress me. Like I went down there. See, like what people don't understand too, like the desert sickness is it is a lifestyle. It's very ingrained. It's like an unusual behavior, man. It's like a
like, what do you mean? Like, you guys make tuna differently over here?
Man, yeah, we put sage and everything, and hibiscus.
That's what happens when you grow up drinking that tap water.
That tap water.
That desert tap water.
Desert. Where is sis these days anyway? Though I haven't. Again, I reach out to motherfuckers once every 5 years, or you will, and we'll have a connection for a few months, and then I don't hear from you, son of a bitches, for a few years.
I mean, in all fairness, that I don't even text my wife back. I mean, I'll talk to you when I talk to you. It's just crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy. I try to keep relationships and stuff, but like, it's life gets in your way, and see, if your life isn't already tailored to keep in touch with folks, it's gonna be that much harder for you to do that, because now you have to become a creature of another habit.
Now,
the phone call every Christmas, if that, from Uncle Dre's on. Is that what you're saying? You are just a phone call. I talk to you every Christmas, maybe.
I'm a
motherfucker. You bitch.
Go to a little Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Hey, but we should, speaking of holidays, we should definitely do some type of Halloween show, bro. We gotta, Halloween sound effects.
Hey, hold on. So you don't get me riled up here.
Come on, you gotta have some Halloween sound effects.
Wait.
Bro. You gotta have a wolf.
I got some dark shit going on here. Hold on.
I feel like you have to have the Thriller intro.
Ooh. I mean, we could just play that on YouTube. I don't necessarily have that, but I got some shit. Watch this. Hold on. You just said wolf. Let's see if they got a wolf. We got some shit. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I said wolf, that was exactly what I was. Yeah, that was right out of my mind.
Let's go. What do you want? What do you want?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's stop it now. I'm getting annoyed. Yeah.
That's spooky.
All right, let's
It is. Oh, that's a little.
Last one was a Chihuahua.
That's a Yorkie.
Chihuahua being strangled.
Oh yeah, we got some shit.
Man, I really don't like hearing dogs cry like that, dude. Man, you know me about animals, man. I have
He's sitting next to a lichen.
very soft heart for animals. Man.
He doesn't know.
This
That's
motherfucker,
the fuck.
this motherfucker about to shape shift and shit. You're hurting his species.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn.
Everything. I mean, so hold on. Where's this? So we got man. It's a dope
Yeah,
over there.
he
Bro.
got everything.
All right, bro. Well, I hate to cut it short, but got to do it. Um, Same time tomorrow or what?
You know what? What's it looking like? So you're 2 hours ahead. We could even go. I think a little earlier tomorrow. But
All right, word.
just let me know for sure. Same time or earlier.
Yeah, for
And I'll make a
sure.
send me a
I'll probably I'll be doing the stream from the comfort of my semi truck.
all righty then. That's good. You fucking- all right, man. It's gonna be some
Ray,
shit
very nice
tomorrow.
to meet you, brother.
Hey, man. Trey, man. Pleasure.
Wow.
Oh, I
All
like
right,
that.
man.
I
It's an
like
honor.
that. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you
Oh,
guys tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, brother. We're gonna get into it. We're
All
gonna
right,
spit on
man.
this tomorrow, man. You know.
All
Yeah.
right, bro.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, man.
Hey. Oh.
Yes.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
Hey. Peace.
Just want to hang up. All right, bro.
That's what
Oh,
happened to the podcast. You just do not want to leave once you get in. You don't
really
want to
wanna
come
know?
out.
Want to go with the flow tomorrow night? Tap in.
That was
In the
pretty
pub
cool, man. That was
studio.
cool.
Well, it's gonna get crazy because the energy different. Gonna step in the kick shit. Might drink a little more tequila. Play with my wheeler. Nah, talking to my bro. How far can we go? This podcast, bro. Do a Halloween show for sure.
Who do you know?
But we like the darkness. We like that. Like really, he's a tech fan. Brother
Yeah.
Lynch. Like we like all that.
Like all that, yeah.
Dark Lotus and all those like crazy bands.
Right.
So we share that interest too, and just like really like synthesizers and fucking church bells and like fucking clowns and all that type of shit. Yeah, man. Peace to Sahil Khan. Tapping in the pod me, man. What's up? All right. Seeing the comments, but even Facebook's not letting me know that I'm live. It's just
I mean,
So
is he
good.
still on Facebook? I
No.
mean,
I'm just talking to the folks here.
what is
Yeah,
tonight's title? What should we call it?
I already put some shit in there.
Family reunion?
No, that would be tomorrow. Something
Tomorrow,
like that.
yeah.
Tomorrow. Something my brother calls in. I know my real brother calls in. TNF, parental consent, actually, and I think that's it. Some shit like that. Yeah, parental consent. Ooh.
Parental consent.
What? Wow. What are you saying? That you need consent to listen to the show? Or are you trying to tell us something? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you gotta really think about parental consent. Like, you gotta go, okay, so we're saying that, therefore, what kind of material are we gonna provide that is gonna provide that reaction of a parental consent? Actually, before your brother Trey Do you remember bouncing back to the topic that we were discussing? If I'm correct, we were talking about like where there was it in your point in your life, something like that. Does that sound familiar? Like
Like every 2 years, like yeah, like every 5 years.
every 7 years. If you look at your like it's like okay, it's like that's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
from 2007.
Yeah.
Like actually, I'm gonna take it even. Like I'm not a numerologist. I don't really. They're just. I think everything has a time frame. Everything has a grid.
Oh,
If you look at your life, okay, like you're born 87, I was born 67, right? And then you look anything 7 years after that, another 7 years, another 7 years. I think we discussed this a long time ago, where for every 7 years there is a certain like what you remember from
yeah, we talked
one
about
to
that.
7 years old. You remember talking about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still find that very interesting too.
Yeah, for sure. So 7 to
Seven.
14, 21, 28, 35. I'm in that phase now where I talk about the fifth level of manhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
42 to
Yeah.
49. Because
Yeah.
I'm in the fourth phase. Almost there, almost there. 40 around 42, it's like, should be like more. And where I'm at, 42, 49,
Yeah.
56.
Yeah. Wait, is that what it is? 56, 49, 56. See, I'm in the same alignment too. So, not that it's just that to me, there's a certain significance of that, because that's the wave of life.
Okay.
And the number seven, I truly believe, is a number of perfection. That I truly
That's what
know.
they say to you.
And the reason why I know that is because you got to look at the growth pattern of life in general.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna see?
Interesting, man. I really love that kind of stuff. And and it's interesting. So
A little lag tonight.
I know that now that you've been because you're going through it, you talk a lot more about consistency.
Consistency. Yes.
And give us some maybe hacks on how, why, and through all the stuff that you're going through, what keeps you consistent? I know Mike Tyson said that, it's discipline is you don't like to do it, but you do it anyways. And then you go through it.
Mm. Well, still the only thing I'm really consistent at is just, is this here every Thursday, but behind the scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to count the basic shit that we got to do. So I still lack consistency in my physical fitness.
But we're not talking about that.
We're just talking about
Just your consistency with this path, with this path, with this path. Because the other one, that's from another situation there. Because right now, if this is what you're consistent, then you got to. This is probably the path that you need to learn to get to the next one that you're talking about with your health and everything. And the reason why I say that is because looking back at the past, I was going to this thing, and what is it that I do consistently? No matter what, I went to church. Like how you are consistent with this? That's how consistent I am going to church. Even when it got to the point where I was walking, both my eyes were like bad, because I didn't have my right eye operated on yet, and then my shoes was falling off. But I walked every Saturday morning and loved it. And sometimes it had little showers, but I didn't mind. It dried me off. And I learned to just appreciate the most uncomfortable situation, but to where I found the comfort in that. And what was the payoff with it? I lost a lot of body fat.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that there's a consistency and there's a good payoff. Every time we do something consistent, there's always a payoff, good or bad, right? But when you do something good like what you're doing here, because
Yeah.
I mean there's a reason why you do this consistently and you're so open about it because this helps you.
Yeah. Well, I know it's, you know what it's like not to be consistent. And it's like, fuck, I gotta, I gotta do something, you know? I gotta do something for myself, right?
Hmm.
At least when you feel like you have failed at a few things,
Hmm.
or just truly not given your all in these things.
Hmm.
Um, Now's the time on the fourth level to get it right.
Yeah.
Period. Because like the older I get, eh, when I see other people around me, kind of other peers going backwards, I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna get it right eventually. Real shit, man. And I see your discipline and stuff, and a few other people I've known that are getting up there, man. I think shout out to Andre too. Just to like 45, 46.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. She's just even like in the news and the media, whatever people are into, these announcers. You look at the guys the former basketball players, whether it's the Jalen Roses or
Right.
guys who run a lot, do a lot of cardio, generally kept their and now
They're
they're in
youthful.
the suits.
John Sally.
John Sally, all these cats
Yeah.
playing in the big three.
Yeah. Isaiah Thomas.
Zed Thomas, they're up on
you
that,
look
right?
you look at him now and like he looks great.
Amazing.
Like he never changed. He never changed,
The
And-
youth, even Jordan, for the most part, he's aging, he's getting up there,
Yeah.
smoking cigars and shit, kind of bloaty sometimes, but
No, you know what? I seen Michael Jordan. I don't know why I don't know if he got jaundice or something like that, where his eyeballs are like yellowish.
yeah, they're getting there.
And they said something about the liver.
I think it's what Nas called it on his album, King's disease, man.
What is it?
Eating too much, eating too high off the horse, like every night cigar, every night champagne, shrimp, lobster.
Well, yeah.
I think it's that. They got the doctors and stuff, man, but like, for real, this life is a costly one, man. Like, you can't really smoke bud every day of your life and just think that like you can't do anything every day, right?
I think just going through the experiences and of a man that went through not just different changes. A lot of the changes I went through, not because by choice, it's just because. How can I explain it, right? And if you've ever watched the movie Enter the Dragon, right? And it was right after the scene when Bruce Lee went through all those guys, and then finally they closed in on him, and he had nowhere to run anymore. He's trapped in his room. And what does he do? He doesn't panic. You know what does he do? He goes in the corner of the room, sits down, puts his nunchucks on his neck, and just meditates. And what is he doing? He's relaxing the body and he's relaxing the mind. I've been in that situation without intention, but I had no other choice. That's the only way I can go. And that's when I realized, man, the mind is a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. Everything starts from the mind. And you know what's interesting? Being in the field that I'm in, where I deal with people whose mind was possibly damaged from situation, and they have to live through that all their life. They're mentally disabled. But one thing I know that is a commonality with them and us who you would consider normal is that each and every one of us has this inner character in them, this beautiful character in them that it's either good or bad, either good or bad. But there's always room to make it better. That's the mystery part. That's the part I'm learning right now. What you're learning here, I'm learning about people, man. Like people that are like, not everybody's in the same mental wavelength.
Oh, I'm learning that too. Yeah.
You got to really know how to slow it down, and you got to know when to pick it up.
Well, it's funny because shout out to Bella Forever also up in the chat, up in the
Thank you, Bella.
Podbean.
Thank you,
Enjoying
Bella.
the content 100,
Appreciate you.
100 something. Speaking of 100 facts, and well, okay, so this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was something happened close to me or whatever. Just people going through stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, but me being me, mentally strong, have gone through my little depression and my little anxiety and stuff.
Right.
I'm kind of ignorant to it. I'm numb to this shit. So I'm over here like, and I
think you got it because I went through that too, right? Until I went, wait a minute, hold on, wait, whoa, wait the fuck moment. What the fuck does this depression bullshit mean? And this anxiety, okay, anxiety. Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, have you ever fainted before? Well, I fainted 4 or maybe 5 times in my life. Before you faint, you feel the super helpless, and wherever your head lands, it will just land there. Trust me. The last time I did it, I cracked my tooth, my molar tooth in the bottom. Okay, bam, and my right side hurted, but I took it.
but see, that's what we're saying. Like some capacities. What I learned this week was I still have to pull myself back and realize, like, well, fuck, okay, maybe I've gotten over it. But this person or the next person, I look at them, judge them, but there is still some people where I really am like, oh fuck, like you really might have some shit, okay. And then some people right off the top,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I just learned to slow it up a little bit too, as far as like assess people for what they are. Usually I call bullshit, right?
Right.
A couple of people I work with, different thing, and oh my god, my OCD is pots and pans. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, I know we were talking about that.
I just want to.
Yeah, where some those, no, it's really funny now. Now I really kind of crack up when you say, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm tired," and it's in the morning, and you're like tired because I'm realizing that has been the phrase. Now, I'm just want to be open with you, man. Like I don't watch TV. And I know a lot of people out there, a lot of their, I would say maybe their inhibitions or maybe their mannerisms are really coming from the TV shows that they're watching. You know what I'm saying? And folks, let me tell you, I was there too. It was really superficial, man. You know what's cooler? Just be you. That is really the coolest, dude. Just be you. Like whatever that is, figure it out, man, and you'll probably go through different phases and everything. That's okay, man. Welcome it. But then you gotta figure out who you are, and then you can be like, man, I'm glad I got to know me.
Man, like I always felt like I've always been me, even to a fault, because I had a lot of okay. What I'm talking about is mostly when you're a minor, mostly young kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was reminded this week of what it's like when I was between the ages of 14 and 17. I was like, oh fuck, this is literally what a live meltdown. Like I had those same shits, but my reactions were even a little worse, more violent, a little more resistive. Luckily, I'm a pretty mad enough figure, stern enough to like not get that reaction, or or this particular individual knows like, oh fuck, like he might like try to grab my hair and fucking slap my face down or some shit, or resist me if I fucking
Mm-hmm.
do something, right? So uh what's it's tough being a youngster, man.
No, it is because you're still learning who you are, and yet here you are, you're in front of your phone, and you're watching other people. And I'm kind of thinking about this. During my time, it was TV, and then you kind of like imitate how they act, whatever. But now people are actually interacting with other people online, to where they probably watch a little TV, but they're on their phone, and they're looking at all the reels and everything. And I know I'm guilty of it because I get caught up watching the reels, you know. But then I gotta stop myself. Um, so I think today your self identity is really even more confused.
Even today than it was 15 years, 20
Absolutely,
time, bro.
absolutely.
Well, it has to be too, 'cause especially when like the threat of the device goes away. It's like I thought I was kind of bad, like, oh mom, oh please, just 15 more minutes on the Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just like we were never really like I mean, we were on it, but it was just still like, oh, all right, turn that shit off. You would immediately like I'd kick open the back door, go jump off, and just willy nilly, just like, okay, like what next adventure am I into? And then to say if I knocked on this kid's house, oh, Tommy's eating dinner, get the fuck, go, okay, kick rocks and tell you, oh, what? We go over here.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, man. It ain't gonna end the world. I mean, and I think the problem is a lot of parents just don't like the way they react. And parents, I'm telling you right now, your
Shut
kids
me,
are
man.
playing you. Why? Because
Hey,
you
bro.
did it too. I did it too. I played it. They're playing you. They know the triggers and all that. And don't fall for it. And it's tough. And you've heard it before a lot of times. But you either don't want to do it, or you want to do it but can't for whatever reason. That's the tough part. Disciplining a child is such a tough part. Yeah, it's tough, man. But then as parents, and it's not even as parents, as adults, we got to go through that experience. As crazy as that sound, it's one of those things in your life. There's just a lot of things in life I'm learning now in my older age that you just cannot skip, even if you want to skip it. Like teenagers, even if you want to escape it, it's gonna come back to you. Either some teenager's gonna walk into your life, or maybe a next door neighbor or something like that. There's always gonna be that teenager that's gonna like kind of throw you off. And to me, my kids, you know, Dylan, Trent, I have to go, but they're not bad kids. It's just situation when they're young like that, because they're still growing. Their hormones are changing.
You know what? I just think it's a trip. So like when I was a teenager, I remember having some days, right, where it was really like kind of probably living a grown life where I shouldn't have, even ditching school, different things. but there was so much more. Not even so much more, but even though there was a disconnect from older people, it seemed like I don't know. We were ducking and dodging more. We were just more under the gun. We were. I remember there being curfew. Like teenagers were generally worried about being seen outside because cops would look for that. Parents would look for so and so, and not just like here in Reno and even in Vegas, like they had curfew. Couldn't be young.
Past 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. Nowadays, it just kind of seems like all that's gone by the wayside.
I think nowadays a lot of young people are just not even leaving the houses anymore. You know, they're not like maybe back then. You know, like they're going, to the neighborhood and whatever, and
everybody blends in. Oh, this person's homeschooled. This person goes to private school. This is a charter school. Different hours.
Yeah, so,
work from home.
Yeah, so just people have different lives.
One more shot up on the Harris is drinking again. That was a nice one, man. We got some Tabasco, lime, tahini. Harry's drinking again.
Ooh la la. Hey, I was watching this thing like to improve your microphone voice. You gotta do these exercises. Can you do that?
Oh.
And then the guy said, it's gonna improve your vocals through your microphone. It's gonna. Wait a minute. Did it just happen? Hello there. My goodness, it works.
Got slobber all over me or something.
Sorry, that's a price though. That's a price. Don't you want me? What's more important to you, slobbering all over you or me sounding good on the mic? I think me sounding good on the mic, that's the one. Because it will sound good in Podbean.
Come here to the Hyder Pub. We got the microphone equipment that can make anybody sound good.
It's magical, y'all. Yeah.
No, we just got the vibe that will make the what do you say?
It's the place to hang out.
The tensest of the.
Yeah, it's just a place to hang out. It's a place where you could just chill. Where you just relax, just ride. Yeah. It's a relaxing feeling.
Yeah. Therapy, man. Therapy night rants. I feel lighter again. And I get some shit out. But
Actually, man, I'm digging those pants, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they the stretchy ones? Because mine be stretching. I'd be like, I love them, man.
No, these are straight denim. Real denim riding up because this chair rides up. I'm hugging my nuts right now.
Yeah. But here we are at the Harris's drinking again. Podcast.
Here we are at the pub, man. Like, what's really going on? Let's see. I don't know. So last week I had Tone Talks, Tone Motivates. I had the clinical behavior therapist on. Shout out to her. I like the interviewing style. Now I've had a chance to experience all of it. I like just the live stream fiascos. Whoever comes through. And then I like my very direct solo shows. And honestly, this is what it is. And this would be like a co-host show. So that, or our direct, which has been a long time since we just had a thing and came through. But hey, we're gonna talk about this. But when I do any of them for a long time, it starts to get a little, like I don't want to host solo week after week because it's like, okay, I like the interaction, but then too much interaction, I'm like, ugh.
No, it's yeah.
And then I like having the co-host, but then every time a co-host, I'm like, fuck. So it's like having the balance has been pretty.
I think so
Trying.
far nothing has been pushed. I think everything just flowed the way it flowed.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's really, nothing's really been pushed. It's like tonight, we weren't even really thinking about this coming through, and then you just saying this. Okay, it wasn't planned. That's the one thing I like about having your own platform is that you come on and people are gonna watch you, and then and there's a time when you want to watch it and everything. But anyways, what happened to the music? Yeah,
The damn DJ's out back messing with the cat again. Harry's drinking again.
just it's we gotta. That's what gives a vibe.
I don't know. Like I'm almost like out of like we gotta find beats. It's all the same.
We need to have more in our catalog.
Without
My looping, our music and looping catalog.
with playing by the rules. I don't like seeing claims every week. Like
Yeah. Well, what songs don't have the claim? Let's just play those, and no matter if you keep playing them over and over again, and you play them over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure. Do you have a set that goes? Do you have a set of just all your originals that can run for an hour?
Oh yeah, easy.
To where it's like it'll just loop it. Like
I can't remember. We did that. We done so many things, man. We actually sat down one time and we were talking about that. How many songs in the catalog, and we came to like about 60 songs. It was
60 songs,
and
right?
it was like 60 times. We just rounded to 3.
Right.
180. So give or take,
100, 180.
2.5 hours of
2.5 hours, yeah.
like playlists, like just music. And I'm talking about even this right here. Like that's Underground Volume 1, Volume 2, Wind Over the Reno.
Dog, that's legit, dude. That's enough.
That's legit. Yeah.
That's legit, dude. And you know what? With that framework right there,
That's such.
what we'll do is we'll just in the future maybe like the new ones that want to try come in, and we just gotta go through the whole thing of like legality.
Yeah.
We won't get a claim and stuff, and then we'll just put it on. But that's the time frame. That's the clip and everything. You know what, man? You're learning how to. Actually, we're learning because I'm learning too. Learning to like the whole business of new media. And I know that's crazy, but like my son, in my family, I've always, and we talked about this, I've always had this feeling that we're in the cinematic, and now there's a whole new protest in Hollywood. And there's a lot of things going on, like Hollywood, going on with Disney. A lot of the players are starting to implode. They've been around the industry long, which means that there's going to be another new that's going to come up. But the principles and the values and the message is different.
For the next hoorah to the 2040, type shit. It seemed like every 10 to 12. We talk about 7.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly every 6, all 6s and 7s, right?
Yeah.
Tech 9 shit, biblical shit.
Mm-hmm.
But even the industry moves similar to that, right? I mean, every 6-7 years, you're gonna have a generational talent, even further out than that. But every 6 years, man, there's like a new.
it seems like the six, like I truly believe like the number six is the number of man. That's just what happened. And what's the number of and just the things that people do always on the six. And then the seven is the
Okay.
completion.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
And yeah.
Well, okay. Can you think of because something very bad and traumatic happened to me at 6 years old, right?
Okay.
But then one of my most memorable years
Seventh.
is 7, right?
Yeah. That's basically what it
I
is.
fast forward to 13 or
Or 7 years after.
12.
12.
Let's see what happened in 12. Okay. So I smoked weed at 11. Still, I remember something pivotal happening at 12.
12, right?
And
And then 16, 17. Something pivotal happened in 16, 17.
well, I'm thinking 13, right? If I'm 6 and
Maybe something 14, even 14.
right? Yeah.
14 or 17.
12 to 14, 17. Yep. 18, the epiphany. But like bad too, right? Like a set, almost like a setback.
But it was
The following year, something good. Boom. Setback.
setback in terms of
Man.
such as
Like as if like 6 is a bad year or something, like 6 is the year of man, right? There's a
it's not necessarily a bad. It's not bad. When it says man, you're gonna go through all the natural, like feelings and situations that a man, like say on the sixth day, you had to get these bricks, these 20-pound bricks, and there's about 500 of them, and you got to move them all to this location, right? So that's that particular sixth day. You're like, oh, man, you're doing the work. That's the man.
yeah. I know the days. Yeah.
And then the seventh day just happens to be like, oh, that work that you did yesterday, the bricks, today you rest, you will get fed, you're gonna bathe, and when you're done, we have a whole new outfit for you. We're gonna clean you up. That's kind of like, to me, how the days are. Like the 6 days is always gonna be like the hump. You think, oh man, I hate this. Oh, what am I doing? And then the seventh one is gonna be like, oh,
similar to the years, though, right? Like I thought I turned this shit off.
yeah,
Like when I was 6, something bad happened.
yeah,
12, something bad happened. Of the world, like experimenting with things, drugs, different things. 18, 17, 18, like kind of fucked up. Like, damn, bro, you got some choices to make. 18, I just like start coming out of it. But then 24 again, 18, 24. I actually had a little stint back on psych meds, man.
24.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't around it.
I was local. You were fucking gone, bro. I was out there. Yeah, I mean, I had to go back in too, bro, because like I had a little slip up for a minute, man. I was getting dark. I was getting, like those thoughts and feelings and
sure. And 24 is also a very interesting age.
Like what people doing now.
My son is 24 right now. I have a at the guy at the house. He's 24 years old, and he just got out of the pen, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's got a great family, supportive and everything.
Shout out to Laguna.
And he's pretty smart. He's good. He's in construction and everything.
Tap in if you want.
But some of us, we just have that self-destructive thing about us. And a lot of it is alcoholism. I'm going to be open up with that. I want to open up, because I don't know any pothead that is that bad. If they are, they're on something else. They're on something else, not just weed, But, they're probably taking some kind of either medication or something. I mean, they may not be drinking alcohol, but so you got to really, really dig deep and find out, okay, how clean are you really? So, yeah. And, but a lot of people I know that that drinks, and not you. I've never seen you really. I've never seen you off the whatever. And this, what you're doing here, this is not every day for you. This is just during the show. This is your time to release. So it's cool.
Well, well, I never drank heavily. I never drank when I was younger though. Like 24, I didn't really drink though. I never been a drinker like that. I barely started getting the taste for alcohol after my son was born. Like pretty heavily. Like I enjoy beer now. I crave beer. I will go to a restaurant, seek out new beer. I'll try new beer, new liquors, but that taste came 27, 28, 29.
You develop a taste for it, sure.
Probably working around this shit too.
Sure, yeah.
Just naturally. So I never had a problem, man. I would always go to like even like parties and stuff. I see fuckers putting back.
Yeah.
Let's go get an 18 pack, and it's like I would literally tell them like, homie, like I got my weed, bro. Like I'm literally gonna drink like one of those nasty ass beers, dog.
Yeah.
Corona,
And you know what? What's gonna happen is that there's gonna come a time when you're like, okay, that's it. I had enough of it. I'm done with that shit.
But
yeah.
See, that's the thing too. This is like one beer.
Yeah.
Like I drink light. There was a comment we had. They said, "Oh, 3 shots, 3 beers," and the dude's comments like, "You call that a lot? I'll put down 10 shots, 10 beers." It's like, okay, that's fucking ridiculous.
I noticed thing too is that I notice a lot of alcoholics I know, they don't get drunk because they drank a lot. They easily get drunk. It's quite the opposite. And I'm understanding why. Well, alcohol, no matter how you flip it, switch it, whatever, it's really poison.
Yeah.
It is. It's really poison. So what happens to poison? When poison compounds, it stays in your system. And it becomes a part of your whole circulation system. And what happens is, so the more you drink, then you realize you can say I can tolerate it, but it's not tolerating it. You're just gonna. Some people, they just get drunk faster. I noticed that.
Yeah.
They just get drunk a lot faster, and yeah.
And I don't know, the inhibition factor, like at least for now, I don't know if my DNA gonna change, but like I get I get conscious on this shit. Like I'll drink and get nicer type shit. Like sometimes, like it doesn't always make me.
No, I mean, yes, of course. After you get that particular buzz, but see that, I guess maybe with you, it's kind of like when you get that buzz, you know how to ride that buzz, and then after that, you know how to calm down from that buzz. That's really the point of it, because when I drink, that's the kind of drinker I am. I'll go ride it, feel great, and then when I come down from it, I'm gonna let it ride real nice and slow, and then smooth.
Don't let it ride you,
and don't let it ride. But to some people, they don't know when to pass, because once they hit that apex,
because the bottle's so.
When they hit that apex, they want to stay there. And they think that drinking more is going to keep them there. No, it's not. That's not how the body works. Your body's just going to absorb that alcohol. And next thing you know, it's affecting. It's crazy, dude. I'm learning all this stuff now. Perhaps maybe I take that back. I think I've learned this long time ago. It's just that now that I'm older, and I can experience and acknowledge what it can do to the body, I'm understanding. I'm using myself as my own guinea pig to really test out anti-aging, dude. So, and maybe I'm at the wrong show. Harris is drinking again.
No, that's a trip, man. I often wonder, like, damn, what even possessed me to like name it that and stuff too, like, because it can get crazy, man. Tomorrow night, It's gonna be like a. So I'm gonna get him to pull some stuff out of me. I'm gonna pull some stuff out of him. Because he went through a whole Jesus phase thing, and it's like, but it was interesting, you know.
Was he for Jesus?
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I think I think we did had one of those issues too, where you and I had a little falling off too, because you're just like adamant and everything, and I'm going, wait a minute, this guy read the Satanic book, and I go, if he still does not get, and I'm going, wow, this dude is straight heat.
I wasn't. He didn't. Kind of still am. Like the G. You know, Jesus. It just tripped. Like the whole titles, the names and shit. It weirded me out, man.
No, it's not so much just a guy. It's the essence, it's the spirit that carries that,
Yeah.
which we all have.
I mean, look, like, but yeah.
I mean,
there was
yeah.
a time when, yeah, we were both on that path, but no, he became a complete believer, like super, even too much. I would just tell him, yo,
yeah.
like, you tripping, bro. And you know, he's learned hopefully his thing, and we're gonna get into it though. And
Right.
but people, man, they I don't know. People just change. Hopefully, people change. I think that good people. I think like
Yes.
I kind of think that like bad people or people that just really like, you know what, he's really bullet bull. Throw him to the wolves. You know, lock up, stay locked up, bro. Because he's really a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to change, man.
No, seriously. And you know what? And that goes with intelligence. Real intelligent people, no, will change for the better. You know, real intelligent people changes for the better. Dumb people can't change, doesn't know how to change, doesn't know how to adjust.
Doesn't want to adjust, right?
Or
it's
maybe
scared.
yeah, it doesn't want to adjust. I would say that's more of a better word, because we all can learn. It's just a matter of
It's like it's real. I remember one time, man, my mom, she didn't know what to do, but she brought like a cop to the house, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know how she found this cop. But she brought him to the house. It was like a detective
Mhm.
and his partner, some shit. And she didn't know what else to do. Hey, sit down. You know, and like it was kind of like maybe that moment too, but still there was other. But I remember sitting there like, oh fuck, and his radio kept going off and shit, and just kind of looking at him. And he said, well, next, you know, we'll take you down to the jail. And I'd already been there in school. They do the tour.
Mhm.
But I think that was a good thing too, man.
Mhm.
Actually, for this one, like, just like, see if they'll do that. See, motherfuckers used to be cool like that, though, bro. Like, you could do that. There was cops that would drive through, like, you would wave, like, you knew them and shit. They, you know, they're of the community. They would stop and, you
You know what?
someone would stop, throw the foot, you know.
For someone that maybe that is like an idea, just so that way she understands, because of the way she's also um kind of trendy. I understand. My daughter's kind of the same way,
Yeah.
and I think that's a girl thing.
Mhm.
So they're very just like followers, you know.
Yeah.
So something like that to scare her, to kind of like wake her up. I mean, kind of tough love, but hey, man, if that's how you're gonna learn,
I mean, I learned later, my first time getting arrested, picked up. Oh, shit. Like, yeah. Like, just that feeling of having your hands,
mm-hmm.
and then in the, bitch, you done. You done. You better, shut the fuck up.
It's the meaning, dude.
If the world, and this is my fucking thought, man, all that self-survival shit, I'm gonna handle mine, whatever. That's a fear. But that's one of my biggest things about being locked up is I'm an end of the world. I be sitting there. I'm like, there's another man. There's like 14 or 40 other individuals that have complete access to my freedom. Like when that gate closed, electric too, into the world, a flood, any sort of.
You're under their control.
I be thinking about dying in a closed quarter, man. Like truly, or they can come by, throw gasoline in a match, and just walk out the prison and be like, you know what? Sorry, man. Like I be going dark, like officers shit like that. Like whoa. Or if there's an alien invasion, it's like, well, you know what? Just leave them locked up. They're gonna, or we'll give these guys to them first. Or if there's a shot going around the world, okay, let's just give it to our prisoners. They have no choice. Let them be the guinea pigs.
You know what's interesting?
Knock on wood. I just want to be a good damn human, man.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to break nothing.
No, what's interesting is that there's some people that because I know some people that just was able to not be locked up anymore. They've been there for a while, and the outlook on life is really amazing. Because these men were able to think it over, and now it's here in front of them. How are you going to handle it? And I'm not just talking for them. I'm just talking for each and every one of us. Like, this opportunity is in front of you. Now what? You have all this freedom. You're free to do whatever it is that you want to do. What are you going to do? The world is your oyster.
Right.
Interesting, huh?
All this freedom. So you're saying? So wait, if I was a prisoner, and then
you have all those time to think about what you've done.
Right.
You have all the time to
Well, but see, that's why those are diamond in the roughs, man. Like I be watching these interviews up on Vlad or the Art of Dialogue or any of these channels, right?
Right.
Like I listened to one interview the other day, like one of the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood in prison. He did like locked up for like 45 years and shit.
Wow.
And now he like won't hurt a fly. Like took a he's cold-blooded killer, locked up for murder and everything, but he served his time, ran his game, but he took like a vow of some silence or some shit. Did you sneeze? Bless you. And then guys like that, he does YouTube videos now.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl, somebody, but he did again like 28 years, something like straight, and Brian Gibbs,
Mm-hmm.
and now he teaches sorrow, redemption.
It's interesting. You look at it, and there's some people in this world, perhaps that was their journey in life, because all of us are, each and every one of us, life is just a big experience of learning.
Well, and you think like
that's what life is. It's just each and every one of us, we just have a different way of learning.
right.
If that means you live a thing where you got locked up, or maybe you survived cancer, or you raised a family, or you were a soldier, or you were whatever it is that you do, it was.
Or even those petty crimes though, like back in the New York, the Bronx, like when there wasn't the cameras, wasn't the technology still, and it was like maybe the wrong guy, or this black kid took a candy bar, gave him 15 or gave him 5, but then he had to defend himself, which gave him another 5, and then he's locked.
It just adds up.
And it's like, bro, you were literally a candy bar killer that went in on a dare because you didn't have the right guidance at home, and you were influenced and scared, bro. You wanted to be down. You know what I mean? Like I also think of that too. Like, not everybody is just this ruthless, and we hear about them in the news, but that's still like, I mean, they're all in there, but you know what I mean? Like in some of the wisest business minds, and guys that are putting together deals and making motors out of fucking, you send them a razor and they can make a whole thing, a tattoo gun. And it's like, what would you have been if just given like a different shot, or or just I don't know.
That's why I think, looking back now, where you can literally renew yourself completely, like even physically. Like, I'm doing it physically. I'm transforming, and it's tripping me out in a way, because it's like it's like connected to your brain. It's like connected to your mentality and your spirit, and everything is just coming together. Now, mind you, when I came here to Reno, I was jacked up, dude. High blood pressure.
Where'd that cap go? You know where the cap is? I got you.
And I was
Can we talk about redemption and forgiveness maybe for a minute?
yeah, please.
Like, so, and then, of course, only God's supposed to, judge and all that stuff. And, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to, forgive everything, right? And of course, the street code, the hip hop code, that a lot about growing up, no snitching, especially if it's like a crime against a child. Sex predators get no love. Most parents, they feel when they hear a story, they're like, "Oh, great, child predator gets 15, but a guy selling coke gets 40 to life." And then, I wish there was public execution. We should, like they wish harm on his genitalia before death. Like they want
That's
that
ruthless.
person to suffer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that right? Is that
you know
fair?
what? What's really interesting is that when you don't forgive, no matter how you want to deny, when you do something and you did not forgive, it's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
So let me ask you in another direct way. Like, if one of your children were harmed, man, truly harmed, and it's like this dude,
And the victim, and they were the victim of, and then you know what? I can't really say what I'm gonna say, but this is what I would like to happen. I would like to be able to tell that man that that I forgive him. As hard as that may sound, and I really don't know what I'm saying right now, but that is what I would like to do, because me saying it, I truly believe in the power of your words. When you say it, I don't know what it is. You can look at it in any type of scientific. The power of the word is really powerful. Like, this is really powerful with what you're doing right here, because they believe through hearing. So
damn. See, nah, man, I don't know.
so it's like, if I say it,
I mean, and that might be the one of the fifth stages, man, because even then, as stubborn as I am, we kind of talked about it on our walk with like women and stuff, how we know we should probably like, yeah, I fucked up. And like, yeah, I said some crazy shit and I feel kind of bad, but you know what? Fuck that bitch anyway. Like, I don't know. I got that. Like, you know what? I do feel bad, but I don't give a fuck. I'd rather just eat that pain, let that pain eat at me.
And you know that you can do that while you're still young and has the stamina for that.
But after a while,
But after a while, it's gonna like wear out on you. No, it's not gonna wear out. You're gonna wear out on it, and it's gonna hit you.
okay.
And until you figure out a way to release it, and to me, just from experience, that's the one that took the longest.
Wow, actually, that's kind of powerful right now. Does it have something to do with maybe because like I'm kind of starting to put it together, bro. I like let's just say the lifespan. I think it was like 76. It's like pretty low, right?
Okay,
It's like but
let's say 80.
okay, 80. So you got a 2 decades. I got 4, and that's like if we're good, if we're just God willing, right?
Right.
So, but that 40 is like that's some bullshit. You can laugh it off now until I'm 56, right? And it's like oh shit.
Yeah.
So is that one of those like sometimes people don't want to maybe die or leave this earth with as much as it still hurts to forgive a person for what they've done to you or a loved one, it's like, yeah, it's just it literally has to come with experience and then no some sort of feeling that you're closer to whatever other side and you don't want to like go griefed up.
How am I gonna? Okay, so it's like this, right? So let's say, for instance, this is the it. This is whatever it is that you're gonna be drawn to, right? Whatever it is in your life, you can be drawn to. I don't know what that is, right? And you're over here, and you're trying to hit all the different angles, but no matter what you do, it's still gonna hit that spot, and you can't. You can, but it'll always draw you in that spot. What it is. So what it is that we are just a macro or macro version of a sperm trying to get into that egg. Like it's scientifically known now that it's not just the sperm that one sperm that got in at the fastest. It's the freaking. It's almost like the sperm had to like romanticize the egg to like, come on, baby. Come on. Let me get in there. I mean, really, I promise you're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna make you laugh. Oh man, I'm just I'll massage your feet.
How's it?
I'll take you shopping. I'll take you out to dinner. That's what the sperm is doing to the egg. That fascinates me, man. That fascinates me. And that's just a metaphor of life. We're constantly like, in a way, we're trying to like, okay, so we all live for a purpose. For you right now, what you have an idea what your purpose may be in this world?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be cliche, but
well, I mean,
to raise my son, man, to guide my son,
to guide your son. So when you say that, are you saying that you're preparing him to be something for him, or you want to be something to where he will follow you?
No, I think I'm meant to get him to that certain point, and whatever I failed or didn't explore on before he came here, like all the stuff I lack, I'm like, okay, I have to make sure he knows this, or he knows these certain tools
right
better than me. And then I think about legacy. Like I didn't give a shit about none of that bullshit when I was 20. Like, oh, the fucking last name and all that. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, okay. And then beyond that, I've always been creative, man. I've always like talked to myself. I've always initiated thought. I've always kept myself busy, like, and I've always, you know, what's really crazy is when I was a little boy, man, I used to sit in the toilet and stuff, or sit in my room. But when I would sit down, mostly when I was a little shitter, and I would basically have interviews. Like I would literally.
I did the same thing too.
I would literally like, and I would think of myself as either the interviewee or sometimes, and I didn't, like, now that I really think back, I didn't know, like, maybe I correlated it to like, see, because I would watch the post game press conferences on the NBA TV, you know,
Right.
and I used to love watching those. I used to love a little bit of
But did you like to watch those? Because you're kind of like, in your mind, it's kind of like, if that was me, you know, that's how I'd be on the microphone, this and that,
like
you know, that's how I want to answer the
I've always
reporter.
wanted to give my insight or opinion, right? But I knew I was, you know, I was like vocal. I wasn't as vocal as the other kids. I always knew that, you know.
Right.
I always was just like in my head, and I was always like analyzing stuff to like keep myself safe or some sort of protecting.
Isn't that amazing where, you know, you were given that time frame to kind of like absorb stuff that you want to do it, but you didn't want to, you hesitated, and all of those absorbing, like just absorbing it, like you want to say something but you can't, but you keep absorbing. And then now the fruits, that's the one they talk about, the fruits.
That's
the fruits that you bear. Bam, that's what it is. No, I completely understand you, man. I completely understand you, because I used
to do it in the shower, different. And a lot of it was influential people or myself accomplishing something. Like I always, like, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about whatever. Like people are gonna be interested in just what the fuck is going on here. Whether it's me on that side, me on this side of the camera, just to be a part of a moment.
Right.
You know,
right.
I used to love video, like camera. You know, man, back in the day, the snap.
Right.
We used to run around with those things, and then we got some when the first kind of tripod, whatever, snap, and
so you're always around media.
Kind of, man.
You know what? I'm me too.
And then of course writing, because like we both got the Tourette's.
Yeah, right. And the writing, it just until now I keep a journal. Like it's an escape. It's
you know, there was no device. So me going, when I would hear my mom arguing with her boyfriend or my stepdad or whoever, and like, you know, and I could become mindful of that too. Now I'm like, yo, that's why I always walk away. I'm like, see, you never want to talk. I'm like, not at fucking 4:00 in the afternoon. Fucking kids can just hear everything. But I would just like escape to my room, man, with the pad and the pen. You know, coloring book when I was even younger than that. And just like,
why do you want to make me just want to freestyle flow right now, man? What you're saying, because I see a story. See, I've always looked at life as a movie. Like I'm gonna make these movies, these short movies, these something about, and look what they're doing. Like we talk about content. I'm just showing like little glimpse of the little things that you don't think matters. It really matters.
Like I would love a 3 to 5 minute scene of like, I got some sinister stuff in my head, but like just like some speaking of like, you know, the childhood or whatever, right? Like showing a young child walking, with a teddy bear and like a t-shirt on, right? And then seeing like the shadow and the silhouette walk down the hall, and he's got like the tears running down his face.
Right.
And then the camera kind of pans like noir style, kind of dark, as like into the, like, and you see the hand of the, like going over the mom's face in the kitchen, right?
Right.
And the little boy's like, and then you see like the father like look back at the boy, and then like the girl, and like they run to the bedroom,
Right.
locked it like to, and then like, and then like you see the like going down there type shit,
Right.
and then like pans, like just things like that. Or on the positive note, a kid, you're riding your bike, all the good ice cream man and the whole
that's the one I want to show. That's the one I want to. That's the stuff that I want to put in children's memory bank, because that's like the comfort. That's the one, because you know what? I think nowadays kids, either they grow up really fast, that's why they want to be immature, instead of just want to be mature. And then of course you're gonna have the kids that are like mayabang, they want to show everyone that I'm smart and everything. I get it, because that's because that's they want to impress, and it's a personal trait. I always go with the fear of success, fear of failure, fear of poverty. Fear of success is that there's a lot of people out there that the reason why they're never successful, because they're afraid to become successful, because they feel like whatever, oh, I become successful, I'm gonna become a snob, whatever, all the negative. And then the fear of failure, the ones that have, I gotta show the world that I am top notch and I got the best, saying that nothing's happening in my life. And then the fear of poverty is the one that's like, they're so calculative about stuff. They I mean, I understand the respect of like cost, but you gotta look at the price compared to value. That's it.
Cost to value.
Cost, yeah, like the cost, like cost is always gonna be, but the value is what you want to get. Like, what's the value you're getting out of it?
Yeah.
And that's coming from a very cheap. I'm cheap. No, I'm a bargain. I'm bargain cheap. I'm willing to wait. I don't like to spend my money. I like to make money and save money. It's hard. It's not hard. It can be done. You're in deep thought there, my brother. What are you thinking about?
Just some, stuff. Some childhood stuff and shit, just think like where I want to go next,
I want to show the world, like that's what I believe my purpose is to show the world like these visuals of like happiness, like and to capture that, because I gotta tell you, kids need that. They want that comfort, and sometimes they don't see it in their home. There's so many homes out there that's just toxic. They're constantly arguing. They're always fighting, and it's always about money. It's always about whatever. And a lot of times it's because of, alcohol is one of them.
And alcohol, like,
or not even that, or sometimes not even alcohol. Maybe some kind of like when they're on meds.
I mean, okay, let's take alcohol, meds.
Okay.
Let's take all that stuff out of the home. Like,
okay,
what are some other, let's say, that looks good, right? They even go to church, not even no crazy religious. Just
I got you.
No, the dad, like he does computers, 9 to 5. He's some tech geek. Mom's a nurse. No alcohol. I mean, she drinks whatever 4 times a year. And but like, but maybe, right, the house is messy, or there's no structure amongst the kids as far as like the way that they even
No order. Yeah.
speak to the kids, or is like negative, or dinner's not
Right.
fully prepared.
Right.
A lot of kids,
There's never been a family completion.
yeah,
Like a family completion. What is a family completion? Like, that's why I truly believe, like in the family, why you pray together. It's also because it puts everybody in line to where, okay, we're on the table now and the food is in front of us. Now before we eat, let's give thanks. And all that is just basically another discipline form that you're forming in your family, that you're building that whatever time frame foundation, because I think that's what a lot of kids don't know today, or know, is they don't know when to really when to start whatever. And if prayers, to me, is blessing the food, is what's gonna keep, because I raise my kids that way. We pray until now. The good thing is, my kids, every time they eat, they pray. They pray for their food,
yeah,
and it's good to watch. It's good to know. It's
yeah.
like, okay,
Those are things like that. We don't do the praying, but we do sit down every night. And that's something I grew up with. With my mom. For what she lacked, she definitely made up. And I try to see that now.
mm-hmm.
At least, but there's a lot of, and I guess in a way that with my kid too. Like she would tell me like, look, I can't afford this or that, but like,
But you ate.
but you see, yeah, and you see like the hard work I'm doing. She would tell me she loved me all the time. So I seen like, I understood it. I didn't have to rebel as far as
Right. Because
you
she
know,
was open with you about whatever it is that she's going through. Like you had to understand.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's very. You know what? That is very fortunate of you,
yeah,
because there's some people that are like, and you don't necessarily have to be an alcoholic or so. There's just some people that, and I say this for Christians too. They're just like some type of a bipolar kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They're really just angry about whatever it is. And there's that happens in people that are clean and sober.
yeah,
The mind's already like funny like that. The mind's already funny like that. We all have a cracking point. That's why it's kind of like, for like you said, you like to write, this, whatever. It's
actually picked up a new notepad,
I see that.
and my favorite pins actually got 5 levels of manhood. It might be a little webinar that I'm working on in the future here. Because everyone's selling their course, right? Everyone's selling the course. Well, how about I come up with my little course?
That's good.
And I'm gonna talk about the stages of different different
So you're
things.
creating the outline. You're actually is what I'm going to talk about, which is 1, 2, 3 points, and then B. That's what I'm going to talk
And by the time I get the second series, the book out, I'll be on the 5th level, and
Yeah,
I could talk about sobriety, addiction, like the levels that I went through,
yeah.
and then some of the five levels of manhood.
Good, man. What about this idea? Is it something that you already been cooking for a while, or this is something that you just
Well, I mean, this particular, a couple months, like
Yeah,
because I've been saying it. Oh, I feel like he's like I'm on the 4th stage of man. Like I was like, but then this particular thing, like a couple months, just kind of, but now I want to like put some some work, some groundwork on it, and then I've been trying to pick up my character writing again, because you know what I did also, man. I went back and I listened to the last Larry Hankin interview I did, and like he like gave, like he really like talked about like the writing aspect and stuff, and I was like, and yeah, man.
So the writing has been in your mind a lot.
Yeah, I gotta get back to writing.
Actually, yeah, no, no, I feel you on that because I'm kind of like in that mood too. Like, right now, right now, my priority is, get my insurance license, to do that. Then that starts from there. And then once that's going, and I'm over here meeting and greeting, creating my market, this and that, all of that, whatever. And then I'll have some time for myself, and then of course I'll go through my routine, my workout time. Okay, my spiritual time, my workout time, I always got to be learning something. Whether, and when I say learning something, I'm either redoing the research on something, and then I always have my, my Bible scripture, spiritual time, and all that stuff. And then I got to have my, I don't really say my workout, because a lot of times my stretching to me is like, it's like medicinal, man. It's like, because I've learned that aging is the stiffening of the muscles.
Yeah, and you lose the synovial fluid.
Wow, so I've never heard of that before. Synovial? See, you always be coming up with these terminologies I don't even know. Which came in, man?
Synovial fluid, man.
Synovial fluid. Talk about it.
That's the one that lubricates all your joints. Like,
really,
like if you don't have, like, basically like a car, it's like if you don't. And you can't really replace synovial fluid once it's gone. It's
so
gone.
Does it only work when you're moving it? Is that how it works? Is that the synthesis of that? It's like when you're moving your synovial creates its own.
Yes. So like all the compression, like the bounce in your knees, the walk and the grind.
Yeah.
The rubbing on your bones. If you think about it, when you walk, like, I mean, just every fiber, the toes and the elbows.
No, you know what? Thank you. Because, okay, so this is what I went through, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I lost the weight. Yeah, I lost the body fat. But I did it because I just usually, I walked a lot and everything, and I rarely ate. I ate, but I really did a lot of like intermittent fasting, which it wasn't intentional. It was just there's when I didn't know what I was going to eat, but I always got fed. Yeah. And at the time it was like, oh no, but then I realized, no, this is what life wants me to eat today, and this is how much life wants to just feed me today. Then I'll take it for the day and enjoy it. So I've learned to just enjoy not having any, and that's an amazing feeling, bro. You feel such a growth from that.
Well, yeah, but that means you're not a victim of your own brain. That's what, when you master your mind.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not mad at it. I've accepted it. And you know what's amazing? When you accept it, the body responds.
But there has to be a wait. So are you saying though? Because everybody's circumstance is different, right? So if you,
it's different. It's different, but you gotta take it deeper. Like, okay, different in what? Like in the way you handle the tension.
What I'm saying is, say if you had access these last couple of years, resources, the money you desired,
mm-hmm.
would you still refrain and have this level of fitness or physique or health under those circumstances? Or do you feel like this
looking back now. Okay, go ahead.
That this
Yeah.
phase of your discipline and learning to uh, enjoy not having is strengthening you for when you do, you know, have the wealth, the resources. And it's
Yes.
like longevity, because it's like, nah, like you won't get this sickness, King's disease, this jaundice.
Yeah, because you've and I've experienced it at an age, a timeline where like I'm the most vulnerable. Like I had a friend who's like just turned 60, died of a brain aneurysm at the same time. He never took care of himself. He drank a lot, and he passed away of an aneurysm. So
Right? And
yeah,
shit.
and I think about that, and I'm going, you know what? Then I got this new refreshing, like lost more body fat, and I'm like I got cuts now that I never expected. Like I'm seeing my rips. I'm like 56. What the what? I'm tripping sometimes, but at the same time I'm enjoying the changes and the transitions as well, and I respect it, and I'm understanding more about who I am. And like you said, now you're reaping the fruits, right? Reaping the fruits. But maybe this is just the beginning for me, because like when I did that whole 3 pillars of happiness, my arrangement on that one initially was relationship, health, and then wealth. And then all of a sudden life just basically evolved it into, no, you have to rearrange it. It's health, then wealth, then relationship. And I put the three together. I go, wait a minute, take care of your health, because I was even telling my son Dylan, I said, son, when you're fit, you never look like you're broke. But when you're out of shape, no matter how much bling you got, you look like you're broke.
It's funny because I think of DJ Khaled, right? I mean,
Yeah.
when you said like or even like a Rick Ross, like I mean, if they didn't have the chain or the watch, you'd just be like, bro, you just another fat dude in the park.
Yeah, and and it's like, yeah. So it all depends. I guess if your level of confidence in yourself is to where it's like, hey man, I can roll a belly and still look good, and I can roll, hey, because you know what? Maybe to them it's like, hey, I look like this, the ladies like me, and I stay with this. But when you get at that point to where it's like, it's not a matter of what the ladies like me. It's like, I know they're gonna like me because this is how I am. And I have a choice to either impress you or not, or sometimes I can just, okay, sometimes I think God created beautiful people.
Salute.
Because you know what? When you go to a place and you see some beautiful people, it changes the mood of the place, right? I mean, no disrespect to the ugly people out there, but you know who you are. I mean, it's like we're people. We like to see each other. And if you just happen to be a person of, like just you're good to look at, then that's, be thankful for that. And yeah, and that's basically what it is, where you just focus on you.
Harry's drinking again.
Take care of your health, because when you have your health, you have your wealth. What does your wealth mean? That means you can work.
You can work, my man.
You can work. You can pull. Like I love physical work. I don't mind pulling weeds. I don't mind pulling weeds. It's I love the repetition. I love the work at the tents and everything.
That's one thing I've never she's a little bit of hard work, man. Ever since I was a youngster, for not having the father, not having the certain things, I do have a hell of a physical work ethic.
Yeah, and
Sports, basketball,
yeah,
around
and
the house.
and so for me now that I'm going through this transition, and then I'm kind of living my bachelor life, an extension of that, but now with a different experience. I realized that I'm doing a lot of things that I used to do when I was younger, and what that was that I can't keep still. I love repetitions. So if I'm not, I'm doing push-ups. I'm doing some type of calisthenics. And I guess my Tourette's, my OCD, 25, then 25, and then
Yeah.
and there's a result to that.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not like, oh man, I gotta do it. I don't look at it like that. I just look at
Me neither. Like whether it's cleaning or
yeah,
organizing shit or like
yeah, putting stuff together and like the
Right.
feeling of progress. And like I love this feeling of like when I'm breathing.
Yo, we at the Haida Pub Thursday night,
And then you're like, yeah.
episode 87. Thanks for tuning in, tapping in. I am the host, Harry Too Scary, my brother Ray G, up in the building.
Excuse me, cause I'm feeling myself right now, and I can't calm down, cause I'm back now and taking you back down. Memory lane, baby, before we was famous.
Live from the beautiful 775 Reno, Nevada. That'll bore 'em, baby.
We stayed on the ground so they can't say that they made us. Okay, then. But it's cool that it stay like that. And you may think it's new, but it came like that. Everybody get a chance, let me state my thanks. They said I fell off, but I came right back. Yeah, I came right back. Let's retrace my tracks. Before you heard her chasing, that was A-Town stat. My baby said she like it when I sing like that. So I'ma give it to him like I did way back. Yeah, it feels so good. Hey, sing it. You know it feels so good. And it feels so good. Yeah. You know it feels so good. And it feels so good. Hey, let me hear you sing it now. You know it feels so good.
Shout out to the Podbean community. We lost you guys for a minute. Really bad connection over on Podbean. They kicked us out.
You want the answers? I got
Look at the water.
You had the music up by the noose. You tried to kill
So we
it,
are
but
back.
I cut it loose. I've been at it for so long. A lot of people probably feel I'm so wrong.
Those who listen on YouTube, consider downloading the Podbean app. Tap in with the community over there. And those on the Podbean, come check us out on YouTube at Haida Podcast. Yes, baby. Officially sponsored by Gubba Rum. Go to gubbarum.com today and check out their selection and find out where you can purchase a bottle or have it shipped to you. We are working on the official link or the official, it's all under construction, man. So please check them out, man. Also, Gubba Rub on Instagram and tell them Haida sent you. Harris is drinking again. Brother Ray into the banyo, so I'll hold it down with y'all for a few minutes, man. Yeah, every time he comes on, and it's a different show, different vibe. What have we done already? 2 hours and 44. You gotta be kidding me. Having such a good time, and the time just flies. Almost 3 hours. Huh? Wow. Need to keep these shows under 3 hours for the particular AI software that helps me get the clips out. But I'm gonna have to come back on a part 2 on them, just like we did the Podbean. Who knows? But for the next few minutes, I am having a great time. We are trying to crack that 300. So if you haven't, please hit that like, subscribe. I don't give a damn about the like, man. Just hit the subscribe. Shit. Who gives a damn? All we care about is you hit the red button, help us out over here. The comments would be more appreciated, as well as post video engagement, hateful engagement. You know, we don't ban anybody, shadow ban nothing, or do nothing. So that would be more warranted and wanted by those. And other than that, man, this thing continues. As we do close down towards the end of the year, we'll be having Tommy Chong back on. And also, there's a few interviews dropping, man. So we're just trying to figure out what we do from here, baby. You know, one thing about this software, I bought a $400 little GoPro, the GoPro 10, and the damn thing does not work anymore. So that's a little interesting. I gotta call this little customer service care number, and I don't know. I don't have nothing because I just take things out the box and throw the box away. And that shit pisses me off. But other than that, the drone is up and running, but it's not on the app in the Google Play in the Google Store. Only on iPhone. I don't know. Content awaiting. No, just scoot the light back a tad. Let's see. Yeah, right there. There's a little bit of blend in there. Yeah. Yeah, man. Can't believe it's almost been a 3-hour show already. That's insane.
We're just having fun all the time.
Fun time. I am gonna end it. Just be here in a few minutes so I can keep it under 3. And I don't know. It was still going on Podbean. See if we can get some more traction up there. I was just explaining to them. Besides Thursday night, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you sit here and you live stream. Big whoop-de-doo. What else? Like, what else, you know?
Like, what else? What do you mean? Like what?
It's just what else? It's like,
what else can you do?
YouTube's really, I mean, it's like different avenues. This is great for the WDGY. This is great for Spotify. All sorts of different stuff. YouTube is like more, people really come for the video. Like, yo, what? Like, they want to be entertained. But it's a visual, very visual. So how do I ease? Oh, I gotta get some WD-40 for that chair, or get a new chair.
So how do you ease into what?
Without so how do I post quality, engaging content with a fair amount of ease? Nothing crazy. I don't want to go, all this camera. No. Record content, simple phone, the stuff I have. But I thought, the drinks, right? But some reason that's harder than I thought. Like, I need multiple hands involved. Like, I need,
mm-hmm.
and you need a lot of liquor, a lot of supplies, like
mm-hmm.
to make drinks, and it's a lot of redos.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you realize the work that goes into it.
Like, I thought that editing us talking was like, I've tried. I showed me cracking the mint. I had Janine Corby's doing some stuff, pouring the drink. Some of that's footage that you recorded at the Renaissance. And I was like, whoa, like splicing that, that's like different than like words and hand movements.
Right.
It's like, comparing to these YouTubers and these TikTokers that make these fancy drink reels, and with a 4K camera.
You know what? I think what it is that
aerial shots. Maybe
there's gonna time when it's gonna hit you to like, hey, I can do it like that too. I can do my own kind of like flair into that one. So right now, looking at the work, you look at the time and everything, but there's gonna come a time when you'll probably you'll have to learn that kind of stuff.
Well, not even so much. Definitely learn. I gotta know more about it, but it's like a.
Yeah, will you do it? I mean, I think when that time hits when you want to do it, then that's when you'll do it. And it's all a learning process, man. And we all learn in the
Well,
that's the interesting part.
uh,
It's in the learning.
we went out on the street, right? We haven't done that for a minute. We did our thing, and I had the GoPro, and some cool footage. Maybe I should have got the accessories. Like I'm thinking, even with this music, it's like a.
I know. I remember like having the phone and everything, and I got some good footage and all that. But
Like, how do we make it pop? Like, similar. Shout out to OG, right? How he'll kind of say like, hey guys, today we're in the Maui, but he had this certain like vlogger pop, like.
yeah, you know what? What I'm learning. What I'm really learning is that I'm really want to outsource, because when you outsource, you're different. You're taking it from a different perspective of the other person, not necessarily yours. Because a lot of times, I don't mind doing the footage, but do I want to be the guy putting the story behind? I mean, it would, but there are times when I just ain't got no time for that. I gotta do something else. I gotta meet this person. I gotta introduce or I gotta, get in. I got a meeting with, your business is growing, and it tends to be focused on the technical side. It's good to know the basic fundamentals of the technical side.
Yeah.
But to do everything yourself, it's going to consume a lot of your time. And then it's going to like take the time that you need to go out there. I'm sorry, we're in business. You got to schmooze.
Well, I get what you're saying, but we're still in that point where, at least I am, where I got to do it myself. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. You got to do it yourself. No one else is going to do it. You got to do it yourself. I got to do it myself. And I know I am. And I'm preparing myself for that.
But I think the outsource comes, of course, when the just the response level grows, the respect level for it. Like, oh shit, like the time, the gruel.
Because it really boils down to like as much clips are you okay. So let's say on a per day, like how many clips would you post? Would you post like 3 clips a day? Or sometimes you'll post 6, and then times you'll just post 2, and sometimes you'll post 1.
Yeah, it just depends. Like
Depends on
three's a lot. Dude, three's a lot. Like, even to do that consistently,
it is a lot.
I could do it. I don't care. I don't care about it.
No, it's a lot. Because 3, because sometimes the ones a day that I'm trying to do, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Even the ones a day, the scripture stuff, it's sometimes I don't have time to do it. But that's why I say about outsourcing, because I just gotta look at the perspective of like just seeing it from someone else's point of view. What have I created? What
Yeah. Yo. We're gonna wrap this installment up under the 3-hour mark. I can't believe it's actually been that. This doesn't seem real. Enjoy doing this stuff, but we gotta get some more content out, some more clips. I don't know how Ray's feeling, whatever. He looks a little tired and this and that. But it's been a minute since we came back on the thing. That was more when the engagement was popping and this and that, so who knows, man. If anybody See, we're trying to get to your level. Yo, put a 1 in the chat. Put your thumbs up if you want to, you know. But yeah, man. I think that's wraps up for night 87.
87.
WDJYFM.com, Saturday, Sunday. If you want to check out further content, listen to it in a different light. So, but it's a week-to-week update of myself, my temperament, people's thoughts, feelings, updates.
Did we get Nevada news today?
No, we didn't have time for Nevada news. Yeah, that's sometimes I do on the solo shows to fill up time, you know. But yeah, it's been real. Salute, peace and love. Get out this PH. Do my little thing. No one on the Podbean, so we're gonna tap off Podbean too. Reassess. We'll be back up in this thing. Salute. What's